officiating crew here today from the Amarillo chapter. Jack Harbin, Sam Wands, and Mitch Lowe will wear the stripes. You hear the whistle. That means we're about to get underway. Good to have Tony here from PTCI filming and catching our audio tonight. Good to have you along. Playback on Wednesday at 7 on PTCI exclusively. Bushland will get the opening tip on the left side of your dial. They'll operate from right to left, scoring on the left. The Rangerettes will defend on the left side and move the basketball from left to right across your listening device in the first half. Perryton bench to our far left. Bushland just below us as we're in the right-hand corner as you look at your device. Three-pointer from the right side wing is no good. That taken by Clevenger. Rebound is fought for and won by Sims for the offensive team, and Bushland will get a new set as they operate from the right side wing. Three-pointer on the way from the right wing, no good. Underneath the junior point guard Grayson Mosley brings down the board for the defense, and across the timeline comes Mosley, now under the left-hand dribble. Anderson to Farney over on the right side wing, back up top to Kenley Vela. Two-hand overhead pass to Anderson on the right wing on the clear out. Now Mosley comes along to handle, and Bushland forces a man-to-man defense. Mosley takes it to the rack, and the shot is blocked by Christian. Bushland with the takeaway, and they'll come across the timeline with a two-hand overhand pass over to the left side wing, Jackson. Jackson being defended by Ramirez. Now Clevenger up top. The big girl can handle the basketball pretty well for the 6-foot frame. Now Graham up top and to the left side to Christian. Christian now to the baseline left side. That's Sims. Sims with the basketball, loses the dribble. And now in between the rings, Christian over to Jackson. Jackson on the right wing, puts it on the floor, goes towards the baseline. Kick out, Clevenger for three. No good. Two tips on the top of the rim, and Vela brings down the rebound. She's tied up on the baseline left side. That'll be a jump ball and an alternating arrow that will go Perryton's way. Scoreless through a minute and 41 seconds here from Ranger Gym tonight in district game number 7 for the Rangerettes, number 8 for Bushland. They will conclude their season after tonight. Here's Farney driving inside the paint. Little put-up jumper from 8 feet is no good. Ball was tipped around and brought in by Sims. Sims backs up against some token pressure at midcourt and now into the front court with 2 minutes and 1 second gone by here in the first scoreless quarter. Christian, outlet, Sims, shot on the way, baseline right side, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Briss Graham for Bushland, will go the other way in a scoreless 2 minutes and 11 seconds to start off this ball game. As we mentioned on Friday night last, Perryton was in Borger, and we got scoring reports that said Pampa had won. Here's Mosley, 2 on 3. Farney, right side shot, no good. Clevenger brings down the rebound. We had heard at one time that Pampa was victorious, but it come to find out it was late in the ball game, and then Bushland had a chance with about 3 minutes to go to overcome a 5-point lead and steal that victory. The ball was stolen away on an errant pass by Bushland. Mosley picks it up and goes to Vela. Vela now in the front court to the baseline right side. It'll be Anderson inside the paint, throwing up a jumper. It's no good, partially blocked by Graham, as Anderson went in the land of no money, went up against the tall trees, and her shot was blocked. 3 minutes gone by here in the opening frame, scoreless through the first 3. Graham up top, over to the right side. Sims with the black jersey finds Jackson. Jackson in between the circles. Over to Christian. Christian with one dribble and a sharp pass, swinging it around and rotating the ball to the right side wing, and now it's over to the high left side. Christian through the middle of the paint. Errant pass to Jackson. Bodies on the floor, mopping the floor with the jerseys in a jump ball situation with Anderson, Jackson, and Vela for both teams, trying to get the only ball on the court. And the out-of-bounds play will come from the right side of the goal as we look at from half court. Bushland with a high lob pass. Clevenger hands it off to Sims. Sims now underneath the dribble finds Christian on the right side wing, defended man-to-man there by Vela. It's Kate Ramirez handling Jackson. She goes to the rim and travels with the basketball. Threw in a finger roll, kind of underhand scoop shot. It went in. Thought it might have been a foul called on the shot, but the officials say Jackson traveled through the lane and could not get the shot off. Perryton in the front court. It's Farney with an errant pass intended for Ramirez on the baseline to the left side. Went out of the baseline area, and that'll be a turnover for Perryton, immediately bringing it into the front court. 3 minutes and 37 seconds gone by. We're scoreless here from Ranger Gym. Bushland will be defended at half court with a little half-court trap by Vela and Mosley as they extend the defense out. Bushland is able to settle in, Christian over on the left side wing, down low. Brisk Graham gets an entry pass, and the low post on the left side goes up and scores. Graham gets the first 2 points, and the first basket of the ball game for the Lady Falcons. Here's Vela into the front court, almost traveled with the basketball. Finds Ramirez. Now Farney left alone underneath the left side, but touched on the sideline. Oh, my. On the baseline, her toe touched the end line as she forced Clevenger to run by, overshooting the passing lane. And brief opportunity there for the Rangerettes to put up a shot from underneath the left side of the goal, but traveling is called. And Bushland will maintain the lead at 2-0 with 4 minutes and 11 seconds gone by, past the midway point of the first quarter. Bushland in the black uniforms across the timeline. Mosley chases down Sims and holds her tight at the 28-foot line. The pass is errant to Graham. Ramirez comes up and steals the ball away. Now Mosley takes it into the front court as the Rangerettes force another turnover. Alexis Hernandez in the ballgame. Takes it inside the paint. Push pass over to Ramirez. Now North in the ballgame. Fakes the 3 into space. Kicks it over to Vela. The 3-pointer from the lefty. In and out, no good. That one had a good range as we were right down the gun barrel with Vela. She took it from the right side wing right down below us. Just rattled in and out, no good. Bushland with a rebound and into the front court, 2-0 with 3:08 to go. Bushland still maintains the lead. Graham can't handle the pass and turns the ball over as she pushes it out of the sideline. Substitutions in now for Coach Lintner. Graham will take a seat on the pine. Into the ball game will be Kiana Loftus. Also coming in for the first time for the Lady Falcons will be Sabrina Lovett. North and Alexis Hernandez have entered the ball game for the Rangerettes. Mosley, North, Vela, Hernandez, and Ramirez on the floor for Big Red. Ramirez outside the arc, left side. Ramirez push pass over to Vela in between the rings. Defended there by Lovett. Has to put the ball on the forward, and Christian steals it away. Breakaway layup, left side, right side, layup no good. Lovett comes in and goes over the back on the offensive over the back call. And that'll be the first foul of the ball game called on Sabrina Lovett for Bushland at the 2:35 mark. Non-shooting foul, first team foul. 2-0 Bushland here in a very tight first quarter. Mosley into the front court, crossover dribble, now fakes left side. Comes to the right side, underhand pass to Hernandez. Hernandez with the 3 dribbles. It can't go inside from that right side paint area. And now the Rangerettes continue to try to force it into Mosley. The ball is stolen away, breakaway, left-hand layup, too short. Underneath and trapped under the goal was Loftus, and the loose ball foul after the basketball was missed going through the cylinder is going to be a foul called against Bushland. That's going to be the second team foul, and the first on Carly Christian. Christian with the first of her ball game tonight. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left with a 2-0 lead by Bushland. Mosley forces the ball to the left side underneath the left-hand dribble. Back up top to Ramirez and over now to the right wing to North. Looks at an NBA 3 on the way. Catches the front of the rim. Just a little bit short. And underneath, Christian draws down the board. Outlets to Sims. Sims walks it across the timeline. Picked up there by Mosley at the top of the key. Shades the ball to the right side. Lovett, left-hand dribble, brings it inside the paint, kicks it over to Christian now. Lovett camps out on the left side wing. Back up top to Christian, wants to penetrate. Layup is good. Carly Christian takes it to the rack for Bushland. 4-0, Lady Falcons in front of Perryton. $1:18 left to go here in the first quarter. Mosley with an outlet to Vela on the right side wing. Ball is tipped from the backside and Lovett steals it away. Breakaway, left hand, layup against North is good. Lovett with the steal and the layup, and it's a 6-0. Bushland in front of Perryton. Mosley into the front court, screened off is Christian. Mosley slides and gives the ball away to Clevenger. She tried to take it down the paint line on the left side block and had it stolen away by Clevenger. She went to her knees. Bushland in possession, 44 to go here in the first, 6-0. Lady Falcons in front. Lovett to the free throw line. The ball was tipped and touched and out of bounds. Last touch by Ramirez. Jontra Anderson will come back into the ball game for the Rangerettes. Graham and Jackson come in for Coach Littner and the Falcons. Claudia Johnson also comes into the ball game for the Rangerettes late for Kate Ramirez. 38 to play on the left side of the goal. The inbound pass comes into Jackson. The passer becomes the shooter. Sims, 3-pointer left side, no good. The underneath Rebound by Bushland by Loftus. Tries to go back with the one-timer. It's no good, and Perryton gets the rebound. Into the front court with 24 to go. Mosley. Outlet to Hernandez. Left side baseline is tipped. Right side, rather. Hernandez to the rack. Layup, no good. Graham comes down with a rebound. Johnson goes over the top and will be called, I believe, with the foul. Claudia Johnson. Good hustle by the Rangerettes trying to go for the offensive rebound, but Bushland's height inside is just too much right now. Those extra 2 or 3 inches per player are serving them well. Lovett into the front court, 8 seconds to go. Jackson with the basketball to the free throw line. Now Sims, 4 to go. Lovett, three-pointer on the way. At the buzzer, no good. Johnson gets the rebound, and that's the end of the first. It's a scoreless first quarter for Perryton. They trail 6-0. Welcome back, everybody. Second quarter about to get underway. North, Johnson, Mosley, Anderson, and Hernandez on the floor for Big Red. Christian, Graham, Jackson, Lovett, and Loftus on the floor for the Lady Falcons. Claudia Johnson in between the rings, puts the ball on the floor with a left-hand dribble to start off the second quarter. Perryton in possession. North looks at a three from the top of the key, can't take. Here's Johnson holding the ball on the left side wing, now has the dribble and hands it off to Hernandez immediately. 30 seconds gone by. Hernandez wants to go inside the paint, goes to the floor on the knees, and the ball is pushed out to Mosley. Three-pointer on the way from Grayson Mosley, no good. Brisk Graham chases down the rebound on the right side of the goal as we look in from half court, and Bushland now takes it into the front court. 7:20 to go second quarter. Farney, Ramirez, and Vela off the bench and scheduled to check back in at the next break. Outlet over to Lovett for Bushland inside the paint, running layup right side, no good. Ball is tipped and hits North on the head and goes out of bounds, and that was a hard shot, like taking a soccer ball in the face. And North is like, ooh, cartoon character, stars in a circle. Popped in the nose with the basketball. Substitutions into the ball game for the Rangerettes, and the lineup looks like this: Vela, Mosley, Farney, Anderson, and Ramirez. 7:04 left to go here in the first half. Mosley into the front court underneath the right-hand dribble. Comes over to Farney's right wing side. Pulls up the dribble. Farney slides over and takes the ball top of the key. Here's Vela outside the arc sideline baseline. Here's Anderson with a pass from Vela. Three on the way, no good. Chasing down the rebound is Farney, but Jackson is able to come up with it. And Kate Ramirez gets in there and ties it up with Jackson. That'll be an alternating arrow that goes Bushland's way, but at least the Rangerettes were able to fight for the possession on the next time that the tie ball comes in. Substitutions now for Coach Lintner. He comes back out with his starting five. Jackson, Christian, Sims, Graham, and Clevenger on the floor for the Lady Falcons in the black uniforms. Ball goes to the right side wing, and Jackson now underneath the dribble against the man-to-man defense. Ramirez tries to guard the crossover dribble. Jackson takes her to the rack right through the middle of the paint, and A.J. Jackson scores her first two of the ball game. 8-0. Bushland in front in a low-scoring affair. Mosley airmails Anderson out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover, as Mosley with the sharp one-handed pass off the mark, and Anderson couldn't go up tall enough to bring it down. Here's Sims now in the backcourt after the turnover. Will be picked up at half court by Mosley defensively in that man-to-man. Pulls up the dribble at the 28-foot line, finds Christian over on the left side wing. Now back to Sims in between the rings, looking for something to operate on. Underneath the left-hand dribble, takes it all the way to the baseline. Little underhand scoop shot, and Mosley evidently partially blocked it because it went out of the baseline area, and that'll be Bushland's ball with 5:50 left to go here in the first half. 8-0 Falcons with an out-of-bounds play coming from the right side of the goal as we look in from half court. Brisk Graham gets the set piece and puts it up off the backboard, and it goes in, and the race to 10 belongs to the Lady Falcons. Graham has 4. She was shut down in the earlier meeting between these two teams as Perryton made a game of it in the early going against the Lady Falcons. Graham was kind of silenced that night with only 4 under a good defensive effort. Perryton lost by 21, but they had a very competitive first quarter and were able to maintain a tight rope on Briss Graham for that night. A.J. Jackson just picked up her first foul just a moment ago, and now Jontra Anderson with a sharp pass to Vela. Back up top to Anderson, looking at an NBA three, can't take. Bounce pass to Mosley is intercepted by Christian. Another turnover on the offensive end for the Rangerettes. Here's Christian with a drive from the left side, and she'll be fouled. It'll be Cassidy Farney with the foul, her first, team's second. 3-2 Falcons in the team foul category. This is a shooting violation, and Carly Christian will go to the line, and the first one is up and in. Both teams thus far 100% from the charity stripe, 1 of 1. Perryton still scoreless through the first 8 minutes and 45 seconds. 11 minutes and 45 seconds if you count the first half and the first quarter in this first 3 minutes or so. Here's Anderson on the baseline right side, inside the paint. The bounce pass intended for Farney is off the mark. Ball was stolen away. Here comes Jackson, 2-on-3 break into the front court. Bushland with a 12-0 lead and another turnover on the Perryton offensive end. Ball was slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Farney. It'll be Bushland's basketball with 4:52 left to go here in the second. It'll be an extension away from the backboard, still on the baseline left side. Christian, high pass to Jackson, 4:51 to go here in the second quarter. Boys to follow, scheduled to be a 7:30 tip. Ball is on the floor, and Perryton will steal it away. As Clevenger couldn't go down low enough, and Hannah North gets in there and steals it away from underneath her legs. Here's Farney driving the baseline, trying to get it to Mosley. Outlet to Anderson, 3 on the way. Top of the key is good. Jontra Anderson is able to find the range and knock down the first basket for the Rangerettes. They only have 3, but it's a start. 12-3 the score. Bushland in front, 4:18 to go, second quarter. Here's Sims, outlet to Jackson, 3 on the way, it's no good. Tipped by North, pulled down by Farney, still in the backcourt, now outlet to North. Into the front court, Vela looks at a 3, but guarded nicely by Graham, and Graham will be called for a foul on a reach-in. As Vela kind of lost her footing there for a moment, and Graham kind of was caught flat-footed, and the foul wasn't really a reach-in. It was just like, you ran into me. But that's still a foul because your hand was out. Here's Vela to inbound right down below us on the sideline on the right side as we look in from half court. Here's Anderson, baseline, left side, drive, left side layup, no good. Good move to the basket there by the senior, Jontra Anderson. Ball is rebounded by Bushland. Will go the other way. 10 seconds under the midway point of the second quarter. 3:50 to go. 12-3 the score. Bushland in front. Up top, Sims underneath the right-hand dribble. Commits to taking it to the rack. No-look pass intended for Graham. Almost stolen away. Back to Sims, and we'll have a timeout called by Coach Littner. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 3:34 left to go here in the second quarter. 12-3 the score. Bushland in front on 98.3 KXDJ. Welcome back, everybody. Bill Bob Thrash here at Ranger Gym. The band is confused. Thank you, band. 12-3 the score. Perryton trailing Bushland by 9. 30-second timeout called by Coach Lintner to kind of get a handle on his differences there. Bushland goes in to Clevenger inside the paint. She'll be fouled going up with the shot and have a trip to the line after Jontra Anderson commits her first personal foul. 12-3 is our score, and this will be Skylar Clevenger scoreless until now. First one drops in. She's got the lone point of the night. Christian out, and also Briss Graham will come out to get a breather and ride the pine. Loftus in for Bushland. Here's Clevenger's second one on the way is good as well. Bushland 4 of 4 from the stripe, and they lead at 14-3. Perryton's lone basket belongs to Jontra Anderson, a top of the key 3. Mosley, outlet to Mosley, right side wing. Jackson up from three-point land, off the back of the rack, no good. Rebound, Karam's inside the paint, and Jackson brings it in. Outlets to Sims. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half in a fairly quickly running first half. Here's Lovett inside the paint underneath the left-hand dribble. The pass is deflected, and Jontra Anderson steals it away. Here comes Vela into the front court, spots up, jacks up a three from the lefty. It's good. Kenley Vela from downtown drops in the three ball, and Perryton's 2 threes add up to 6, and they trail 14-6, an 8-point margin. Here's Jackson kicking it into the backcourt, and that'll be over and back. And Perryton will get a possession, making a little bit of a comeback here in the first half with 2:29 to go. Johnson and Ramirez come in for Anderson and Farney. So Perryton has Mosley, Vela, Johnson, Ramirez, and North on the floor. The pass is the last option out to Vela. The 28-foot line. Claudia Johnson gets the basketball and is fouled by Lovett. Sabrina Lovett will commit her second, and the team's 5th. Perryton still with only 3 team fouls. Bushland with 1 to give, and then Perryton will go into the bonus. Inbound play comes into Vela. North comes up and saves the basketball. Good job by Sims defensively for Bushland to tie it up, and the alternating arrow will stay in Perryton's end with 2:22 to go. Anderson and Hernandez come into the ball game for Big Red. Jontra will throw it in from the sideline right in front of seat number 6 on the Bushland bench. The girls are going, hey, Jontra, could you move out of the way? We're trying to see the game. Here's Grayson Mosley with a drive. A left-hand layup, spins off the backboard. A little bit too much spin on that layup, but a good move to the basket by the junior point guard. Lovett for 3. Bushland into the front court. Lovett's long 3. Karam's off the mark to the left side. Mosley brings down the rebound, now into the front court. Outlet to Anderson. Baseline left side, inside the paint. Over to Johnson. Johnson puts the ball on the floor one time, finds Ramirez on the left side corner. Perryton patient on the pass with $1:50 to go. Anderson goes around to Ramirez screen. Back to Ramirez. 3-pointer on the way. On the high archer, it's no good. Lovett chases down the rebound. Anderson back on defense. Lovett goes in. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Charge! Sabrina Lovett just picked up her 3rd foul as Jontra Anderson took one for the team inside the paint on the takeaway and layup opportunity for Lovett. And she'll ride the pine with 3 fouls and 2 points. And Anderson does a good job defensively there, forcing the turnover on the defense, backing up after the steal. Good job by the senior, Jontra Anderson. 1:34 to go before half. Mosley into the front court, gets a screen from both Johnson and Ramirez. Ramirez now pops out in between the rings with the basketball, almost travels with it. Goes to Claudia Johnson, right side wing. Mosley now with underhand pass, crossover dribble through traffic, right-hand layup, and she's fouled. The junior guard, Fearless, going to the rack. And she'll be fouled by Keona Loftus. And Perryton will be in the bonus from here on out. That will be a shooting violation, and Grayson Mosley will go to the line to shoot a pair. And then throughout the rest of the minute and 16 seconds of the first half, Perryton on Bushland fouls will have a 1-and-1. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Mosley knocks down the front half of a 2-shot trip. 14-7 the score. She could trim it to 6 with this free throw, and it's good. 2 threes and 2 free throws on the docket for the Rangerettes, and they trail by a half dozen, 14-8 with $1:11 to go. Here's Sims into the front court for Bushland, and Mosley almost steals it away. Coach McKethan doesn't like the call as Mosley, well, she did a good job getting her hand in defensively and getting all ball, but Sam Wan says not so fast. Reach-in foul called against Mosley. Inbound play coming from the sideline area goes to Sims. Underneath right side, block shot by Ramirez, but she'll be called for a foul. Sims went in from the right side. Ramirez looked like she got all ball, but that'll be a foul called on Kate Ramirez, her first, team's 5th. And this will send J. Lee Sims to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. Bushland has made every free throw that they've ever shot in this ball game. That's right, they're 5 of 5 and cannot miss. Here's the second one on the way. Oh, she missed. Oh, my. Loftus with a turnaround jumper after the offensive rebound. Ball caroms out to Jackson, right side wing. Jumper from the high block right side. No good. Brisk Grimm brings down the rebound, and she's tied up by Jontra Anderson. Good job there by the Rangerettes. The alternating possession will go to Bushland, but a good fight there by Perryton. Underneath the left side of the goal, Bushland will inbound it on the stack play, slap the ball, let's go. Here's Graham left side, takes it inside the paint, jumper over the top of Claudia Johnson, and she drips it in over the front of the rim and draws the foul. A chance at a three-point play coming up here. Claudia Johnson will be whistled for her second. Brisk Graham drops in the deuce and has a chance at a three-point play. Free throw is in and out, no good. Back-to-back misses by Bushland, but an offensive rebound by Sims, and the putback is good. Sims with 3 on the night, and the lead is 11. 19-8 the score. Mosley into the front court. Errant pass intended for either Hernandez or Anderson. Goes out of bounds with 38 to play, and that's unfortunate. Rangerettes with multiple turnovers in their offensive end. Here's Bushland in the backcourt. Christian, Sims, Jackson, Loftus, and Brisk Graham on the floor for the Falcons. Mosley, Anderson, Farney, Hernandez, and Ramirez on the floor for Big Red. 27 to go. Sims through traffic, and she traveled on the 3-step jump stop. You've seen the bigs at the NBA level do that, and the NBA officials will let them get away with it. Not so much here in high school. Only 2 allowed. 25.3 to go. Here in the first half, 19-8 the score. Perryton trying to get into double digits as Mosley brings it into the front court. She walks it in. Over to Farney, outside the arc, right side wing, defended by Graham, man-to-man. Popping out is North. North outside the arc, looks at a 3, won't take. Here's Farney, puts it on the floor, bounce pass down the baseline to Vela, swinging it around. North can't handle the pass. Pass is stolen away by Sims into the front court. 3, 2, 1, shot on the way, no good. And that's the end of the first half. Bushland puts in 13 in that second quarter. Perryton's only 8 comes all in the second quarter, and they trail at the break 19-8.
Moving your business in the right direction. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter, 11 seconds in. Here's Bushland with a drive by Christian inside the paint from the left side. No good. Rebounded by Cassidy Farney, but her shoelaces were tied together, and she tripped at the high block left side and couldn't get any momentum going, and will be called for traveling in the backcourt after the defensive rebound. Bushland in the black uniforms will be operating on the right side of your listening device on offense. Perryton will defend on the right, score on the left here in the second half. Jackson up top, defended by North. Goes to the basket, and a right-hand layup is good by A.J. Jackson. Jackson with her 4th points of the ball game. 2 field goals. Anderson from 3 from the left side wing is no good. Graham brings down the rebound for the Falcons. We'll go the other way. 42 seconds into the third quarter. 21-8 is our score now. Bushland in front by 13. Here's Jackson on the right side wing. Clevenger, top of the arc. Graham provides screens. Sims on the left side wing, back up top to Christian. Vela, Anderson, North, Farney, and Mosley on the floor for the good gals. Sims, Christian, Graham, Jackson, and Clevenger on the floor for the Falcons. 3 on the way is good. Carly Christian hit the 3 ball from the right side wing, and she's now got 7 to lead all scorers, and it's a 16-point lead. 24-8, Anderson in the front court, over to Farney, way behind the arc, give and go. Mosley with a layup and a tie ball with good defense there by A.J. Jackson. Mosley hits the floor hard on the parquet hardwood, will be helped up by several players. Alternating arrow will go Perryton's way with 1:27 gone by here in the third. 24-8 the score. Inbound play coming from the right side of the goal as we're looking from half court. Slap the ball, let's go. And a foul immediately before the ball comes in will be on Carly Christian. That'll be her second. It's the only other player in foul trouble, if you would. Christian with 2, Sabrina Levitt on the bench with 3 fouls as she came out in that second quarter. Inbound play comes way out to Anderson. Now Farney at the free throw line, mauled defensively on the double team by Sims and Jackson, and they'll call J. Lee Sims for her first. That'll be team foul number 2 here of the second half with 1:38 gone by in this third of 4 8-minute quarters to start off the second half. Perryton down by 16. Inbound play comes way out to the 28-foot line to Anderson. She brings it in, goes to the right-hand dribble and all the way to the baseline. Crossing over now, still inside the paint. Push pass intended for Vela is tipped and stolen away by Christian. Another missed opportunity for the Rangerettes in the front court. Here's Sims across the timeline. Underhand pass to Jackson. Dribbles up to the top of the key. Pulls up the dribble, defended by North. Inside the paint, a couple of dribbles to Clevenger. Over to Graham. Baseline jumper from 15 is no good. Mosley brings down the rebound. We'll go the other way. Here's Mosley crossing over. Outlet to Anderson. Top of the key. Fakes the three. Can't take as Graham make that. Clevenger comes in and applies defensive pressure, forcing the senior to think about whether she could get it over that outstretched arm. Here's North inside the paint, pulls up the dribble at the free throw line, trapped inside the paint's got to get out before a 3-second call. Here's Farney now, fakes, dribbles, drive, right side, no good, and a foul will be called as Farney takes it to the rack. That could be Jaylee Sims. It is her second. That's the team's third. And Cassidy Farney will go to the line to shoot a pair. Farney's first free throws of the ball game. Perryton shooting at a very high clip at 2 of 2. And that's all I've got to say about that. Free throw is good. Farney is on the board. And Perryton can get into double digits with this free throw by Cassidy Farney. The band was so happy they went off into a banjo roll there, if you heard that. Farney, the 5'8" sophomore, has 2 years to go for Coach Will McKethan and his gals. A bright spot on this season, coming in and really making a difference is Farney. 24-10 the score. Here's Clevenger taking it to the rack, and the ball is blocked by Jontra Anderson. She's like, hey, I got a blocked shot. Clevenger giving Anderson about a 3-inch height differential, and Anderson was able to get all ball there and block it out of bounds. Bushland will maintain possession into the low post right side, kicking it out. Sims. Now Jackson wheels it around left side. Christian puts it on the floor. Perryton's defense is strong there, like hot fudge on a Sunday. Here's Christian through the paint. Outlet. Graham. Shot on the way. No good. Backside rebound. Mosley brings it in, and they want to push. Mosley into the front court, finds Vela open for a moment. Lefty with a spinner from three-point land. It's no good. Clevenger brings down the rebound as she chases it down on the right side. Out to Christian. Christian now waiting to go 5-on-5 as Sims is the last one into the picture. Sims underneath the left-hand dribble, inside to the low paint, turnaround jumper. Clevenger inside the paint. It's no good. Farney draws down the rebound. Underhand pass to Mosley goes and is stolen away by A.J. Jackson. Jackson came from behind Mosley, didn't see her coming, and that'll be Cassidy Farney with a foul after she committed to that pass to Mosley, then understood that Jackson was threatening. Clank off the back of the rim, no good, and caused the reach-in foul. Jackson's 2 free throws go amiss. 0 for 2. She'll be stuck on 4, and Perryton into the front court. Anderson from 3, no good. Jackson will bring down the board for Bushland. 13 seconds away from the midway point of the third quarter. 24-10, Bushland in front. Bushland with the defensive rebound. Sims into the front court, right side wing. Down to the post on the right side to Clevenger. Outlet. Christian now left side. Over the top of the defense with a skip pass from Christian to Jackson. Now Graham with a ball fake, staying on that left side. Comes down for a little pick and roll action. She'll take it inside. Layup right side, no good. Gets her own rebound. Put back is good. Briss Graham scores the basket, and then a foul after the shot went in will be called against Bushland. Clevenger will be called for an infraction, I believe, against Jontra Anderson as she pushed her down. Give the basket to Briss Graham. She's got 8 in the ball game, and the lead is 16. 26-10, Bushland in front. And here's Perryton. Outlet from Anderson to Mosley, stolen away by Christian. Another turnover in the offensive end. Perryton having trouble getting offensive looks tonight as Bushland's defense has got many takeaways. 3:19 left to go in the third. Sims Jackson, right side. Clevenger wants a foul if she was pushed by either Vela or Anderson. She's up top. Back over to the right side wing. Jackson, high pass over the top of the defense with the skip. Here's Christian with a drive. Right-hand layup is good. Good move there by Carly Christian. She's got 5 in the quarter and 9 in the ball game, and the whistle blows. Timeout will be called. It'll be Coach McKethan not happy with the calls here most recently, and he gets a word in to the officials. He'll have a moment to stew on it. A minute timeout coming. Welcome back, everybody. 28-10, Bushland in front. Mosley and North in the backcourt. North looks at a 3-ball. No good, but a foul will be called against Briss Graham, and Hannah North will shoot 3 from the charity stripe as she's fouled in the act of shooting behind the arc. North, thus far, looking to get into the scorebook, has taken a couple of 3 balls. This will be a different way to score a 3-point basket. She'll have to earn them from the stripe. First one is good. And I will not mention the free throw percentage, but it's pretty good. Oh, that's good as well as she got the shooter's roll. Hannah North continues the run for the Rangerettes. 28-12 is the score. North 3 in a row, and Perryton is 7 of 7 from the free throw line. 2:48 to go. It's a 15-point margin here in the third quarter. Bushland in front, 15th ranked in the Class 4A division. Loftus up top. Ball is stolen away by Hernandez, and they'll call a tie ball. Good job there by Alexis Hernandez, the 5'7" junior. Alternating arrow will go Bushland's way, and Coach Lintner says, hold 'em up. When I say whoa, I mean whoa. Sims into Lovett. Now Graham inside the paint. Loftus after the timeout. Jackson in between the rings. Over to the right side. Sims, Loftus, Lovett, Jackson, and Briss Graham on the floor for the Lady Falcons. North, Hernandez, Vela, Ramirez, and Mosley on the floor for the Good Gals. Inside the paint, Levitt with 3 fouls, takes a jumper. It's no good. Graham gets an offensive rebound for Bushland. It's a miss from the left side. Mosley on the backside brings down the Windex moment and into the front court with 2:05 to play. Spinning inside the paint. Outlet to Ramirez. Fakes the 3. Free throw line jumper. No good. Off the front of the rim. Mosley gets the rebound coming back to her, and a foul will be called against Bushland. And that'll be A.J. Jackson's second for the Falcons. One more to give, and Perryton will shoot the bonus here in the third quarter. Perryton very clean through the first 8 minutes of this, first 6 minutes rather, of this quarter. They only have 1 team foul. Well, Bushland's got a half dozen. A minute 50 to go. 28-13. Grayson Mosley with a drive from the left side. Scores her first field goal of the ball game. She's got 4. And she takes it around traffic and goes up with the left hand. Nice move there by the junior guard. Here's Sims inside the front court to Lovett now playing with 3 fouls. Rolls through traffic, goes inside the paint, and a blocking foul will be called. Looked like the official wanted to ring up the charge, but did not. And that'll be Lovett taking it to the rack with 3 fouls, trying to get a look here from who was the foul called on, and that will be Alexis Hernandez with the late call from the official. And this will be Sabrina Lovett at the line, shooting 2. First one is good. That breaks a string of 3 misses, maybe 4 if I calculated correctly. Yes, Sims missed, then Graham, and then 2 before that. Missed by Lovett on the backside. And Perryton draws down the rebound. Here's Mosley inside the front court. Outlets to Hernandez. Fakes the 3 from the left side baseline. Inside traffic. North on the pop out. 3-pointer, no good. Vela chases down the rebound. Now Mosley with a $1.14 left. Crossover dribble left side and has it stolen away. Vela will scream in and try to take it away from Lovett. 2-on-3 break right side. Layup is no good. What a foul. Hernandez and Ramirez back on defense, and that'll be Alexis Hernandez with her second foul in just a few moments. And back to the line goes Sabrina Lovett with 3 points. She'll shoot 2 here. Missed her last attempt. Lovett, a 5'8" junior. Clank off the back of the rim. Lovett will reset. Back-to-back misfires for the junior after playing much of the second quarter and most of the start of the third on Coach Lintner's bitch. And she gets the shooter's roll. And bookends makes on the either side of 4 free throws. 1 minute to go in a 15-point ball game. 30-15. Mosley trapped inside the paint. Here's Vela with a drive. Left side layup just a little bit short as she tries to bank it in. It touches the side of the left side of the rim. Bushland with the defensive rebound and into the front court. Christian, right side wing, entry pass. Clevenger, turnaround jumper, no good, maybe partially blocked by Ramirez. Loftus gets the backside rebound. Ball caroms around, and then North is fouled hard by Loftus. Oh my. Hannah North is taking a couple of shots to the face here tonight by Flesh and the Pumpkin. And this will be Loftus's second foul. Team foul number 7. And Hannah North will have to earn the bonus as she goes to the line. 3 for 3 thus far with 3 points. North, free throw is good. She'll get the bonus. Jackson will come in for Loftus for Coach Lintner and the Bushland Falcons. Hannah North will try to earn a handful of free throws, and it's good. Hannah North, 5 of 5. Perryton, 9 of 9. And it's a 13-point lead, 30-17. Mosley, Hernandez. And into the ball game will be a new Rangerette. A foul will be called on Alexis Hernandez.
Foul's on number 4, Alexis Hernandez, her third, team fourth.
Giselle Hernandez into the ball game, number 33 tonight. Foul is called on Alexis Hernandez. That's her third and the only Rangerette in foul trouble. 21 to play. Jackson over the top of the center circle. Crossover dribble against Hernandez. Trying to take her to the left side. Has the ball carom off a little bit. Now Christian will reset. And Hernandez sticks on her like glue, but will be called for a reach-in foul.
Hernandez, her first, team fifth.
That's the first foul on Hernandez, the newcomer to the varsity staff. Entry pass into Sims. Throw up jumper from the right side, no good. Mosley gets the basketball. 4, 3, 2, 1. Vela, baseline jumper at the buzzer is no good. 30-17 going into the fourth quarter. Bushland with a 13-point lead on 98.3 KXD. Fourth quarter. Vela, Anderson, Farney, Hernandez, and Mosley on the floor for Big Red. 8 minutes on the clock. Bushland with the first possession on the right side of your listening device. In the black uniforms with the white numerals. Perryton in the white uniforms with the red accents. Here's a foul as Sims takes it to the rim. This will be a foul called on Grayson Mosley as she reaches in and trips up one of the Bushland wings. That'll be Mosley's second personal foul. And one more before the bonus for the Rangerettes. Sims gets the inbound set piece, goes up for a shot. It's no good. Jackson underneath tries to one-time it. It hangs on the rim. It's no good. Clevenger with a putback, and she's fouled. Skylar Clevenger will get the deuce. As the lead is 15. Free throw is good. 5 for Clevenger. She'll catch a blow as Briss Graham comes back into the ball game. Vela, Mosley, Anderson, Farney, and Hernandez on the floor for the good gals. Mosley, outlet. Hernandez, left side baseline. Here's Vela, spinning one from three-point land from the top of the key. It's no good. And we'll have traveling on the defensive only from the floor. 2 threes, a deuce by Mosley, and the other 9 points are by the free throw line. Hernandez pitches one in from the right side, and she's fouled. Alexis Hernandez count the basket, and the foul is on J. Lee Sims. Hernandez, it's her first 2 of the ball game, and if she makes this free throw. Whoa! She missed it. Sorry. Trying to stay away from the voodoo on the good gals. Try to put a little hokey pokey on the other team, but I couldn't save her there. 9 of 10 for the Rangerettes as Hernandez goes amiss on her back half of a three-point play. She'll stand at 2. Bushland into the front court after the rebound. 7:13 to go. Down by 14. Rangerettes defend man-to-man. Hernandez on top of A.J. Jackson for the fouled-out player. A.J. Jackson goes up and rims one on the front half of an and one, and she's now 0 of 3 from the charity stripe. The lead still is 14. Anderson will be pushed by Jackson, picking up her third foul from the right side.
32, Brisk Graham, her third.
Check that. I thought that was on Jackson, but they say Brisk Graham will be
1 and 1.
the perpetrator of that infraction. Here's Jontra Anderson to go to the line. Anderson with 3 points, 1 3-ball from the outside on a 1 and 1. It's good. 4 points tonight for the senior being recognized prior to the game. Sometimes there's a lot of seniors, and tonight it was just Jontra and her family out there in center court got recognized. Second free throw, in and out, no good. Christian brings down the rebound for Bushland. 5 seconds under 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Graham gets an entry pass, no look pass to Lovett on the left side. The assist to Brisk Graham, and the basket to Sabrina Lovett. She's got 6. 35-20, Bushland in front. Here's North, top of the key, defended by Lovett. Playing with 3 fouls. Farney trying to drop step on Graham, throws it to Vela, errant, and chased by Bushland to go out of bounds. Christian had a chance to get it, but couldn't come up with it. And Perryton will save the possession, despite kind of handing that one away, almost giving away another turnover tonight in the front court. Ay, ay, ay. Here's Vela with an inbound play coming from the corner right side. Vela into space. One-hand pass to Mosley. Screens off the defender. Goes to Anderson. Bobbles for a moment, but chases it down. Anderson back over to the corner right side. Ramirez. Two-hand pass inside on the backdoor. Cut by Vela. No good. Had a real good look there. Vela underneath the left side of the goal, and Ramirez found her in stride. Still 35-20. Bushland in front. They have the ball. Here's the Lady Falcons up top. Lovett passes over to the left side wing to Jackson. Now Christian takes it through the paint, and she'll be fouled on the floor before the shot. It'll be a 1 and 1 coming up here. It's going to be on Hannah North, her first.
For the Lady Falcons,
this will be Carly Christian to the line. 9 points, make it 10, and she'll get a bonus free throw. Christian has made every free throw she's ever shot in this ball game. That's right, she can't miss. 3 of 3 with 10 points tonight. Here's the back half, and it goes in as well. 4 bullet shots for Christian, and the Falcons take a 17-point lead at the 5:45 mark. Kate Ramirez from downtown with a pass from Mosley from the right wing. It's no good. Bushland gets the rebound. Sims into the front court. She wants to push. Now 5-on-5. Sims on the left side wing pulls up the dribble, comes up top to Christian. Christian fakes left, goes right. Jackson now underneath the dribble, defended by Vela on the switch off. At the top of the key, Jackson over to Sims. Sims into the free throw line area. Christian now right side wing. Again, the switch off, and Christian goes through the paint. The ball touches her toe, and it's stolen away. Here's Mosley. Breakaway maneuver. Gets inside the paint. Loses the handle on the basketball, and a jump ball. As Bushland was back smartly on defense, the alternating arrow will go Perryton's way. Coach Lintner with a 17-point lead is in fairly good shape with his gals to stay undefeated in district play and maintain their 15th state ranking in Class 4A. North has the ball go over her head. Anderson with the misfire, and North was not sure that ball was coming to her or not. And that'll be a turnover on the Rangerettes. 5:04 left to go in the ball game. 37-20 our score. Bushland into the front court. Mosley defends Sims, gives up a couple of inches. Here's Clevenger at the high block. Outlet to Jackson. Jackson buries one from three-point land. A.J. Jackson from downtown. She's got 7. 40-20 our score. Ramirez for 3. Top of the key. Gets off the back of the rim. No good. Karam's off to the right side. Sims chases it down. Outlets to Christian into the front court. Vela will pick her up at the 28-foot line around a screen set by Jackson and penetrates to the basket. Shot is no good, but a foul called on Kate Ramirez inside the paint.
Foul for number 21, Kate Ramirez.
Ramirez with her second personal foul, and this will be Carly Christian, who cannot miss from the free throw line. She's now 5 of 5. That's right, she's made every free throw she's ever shot. She can't miss. Second one is good as well. 6 of 6 for Carly Christian. She's got 13 in the ball game. Here's Mosley in the front court, down by 22. Spin move on the left side, can't go to the rim. North, right side baseline, back up top to Anderson. Drop step, fakes the 3. Instead goes to Ramirez on the right side corner underneath the left-hand dribble, and we'll have a push away from the basketball against Bushland.
Foul on 32.
That'll be on Briss Graham. Graham's 3rd, and now 3 for the Lady Falcons with 3 apiece. Sims, Lovett, and Graham now in foul trouble late in the ball game. Here's Kate Ramirez, clank off the side of the rim, no good. Ramirez scoreless, tries to put one in here on her second attempt from the righty. Oh, in and out, no good. Buried for a moment, but catches part of the cylinder and bounces out. Still 42-20 the score. Bushland gets the defensive rebound. Sims and Christian up top at the point. Jackson at the wing on the left side, and 2 post players in the ball game, and Graham and Clevenger. Here's Sims outside the arc, 15-footer, no good. Anderson has Clevenger go over the back, chase down the rebound, and shoot a 3-ball, no good. Anderson tries to chase down from behind, rebounded by Ramirez. Outlet to Mosley, down to Vela, baseline left side, nothing there. Hit the reset button on the offense with 3:33 left to go here in the 4th. Ramirez against the man-to-man. Anderson up top against Jackson, puts the ball on the floor and then trips, actually catches a knee to the side of the head. Oh my. Anderson will call out the training staff as the foul will be called on A.J. Jackson, and that'll be her 3rd. Medical timeout on the floor with 3:24 to go. We'll take a brief timeout. Medical timeout for Jontra Anderson as she took a knee to the side of the head and will exit the ball game. Coming in will be Cassidy Farney to take her place at the free throw line. Farney misfires on her first. That's her first miss from the strike. Now 2 of 3. Second one goes in after rolling around the 360. And now Farney with 3 points, 3 of 4 from the stripe. The lead is 21. 42-21. Mosley almost steals it away from Sims. Anderson was able to get up and come to the bench under her own power, but a hard knee shot to the upper side of the face, like in the temple area, as she went kind of falling down, and A.J. Jackson then was pulled from the lineup and is being coached by Coach Lintner. I'm sure it was unintentional, but it's a pretty hard knee shot to the side of Anderson's face. First free throw by Sims was no good. Second one is buried. Jaylee Sims, 1 of 2 on the trip after the foul was called against the Rangerettes with 3:11 to go. 43-21, and Farney travels with the basketball in the front court. Oh my. Bushland basketball. Mosley will apply pressure to Carly Christian, and into the front court, outraces Mosley to the free throw line. Here's Lovett, outlet to Graham. Graham push pass to Sims, top of the circle. North comes up and defends. Over to the left side. Christian with the right-hand dribble takes it from left side to right side corner. Now Loftus will go in. A little layup from the left side, no good. Vela comes down with a rebound, fights for position, and outlets to Mosley. 2:42 to go. No look pass, Farney. Right side wing is the Rangerettes on the left side of your listening device on offense. Farney then travels with the basketball, trapped on the baseline with nowhere to go.
Lady Falcons 12, Sabrina Lovett 10.
Mass substitutions in for Bushland. Into the ball game for the first time will be J.C. Perkins.
Rangerettes, 22, Abby Harris.
Abby Harris will come in for the Rangerettes, and Giselle Hernandez for Hannah North. Mosley and North off the floor for Big Red. It'll be Vela, Farney, Hernandez, Claudia Johnson, and Abby Harris with 2:30 to go. Lovett also in for the first time is Abby Chun, and a dribble drive. Count the basket and the foul for Lovett as she comes in and makes a difference. And Abby Harris will be fouled, the fouler of Sabrina Lovett. 3-point play opportunity for Lovett. She can dribble the rock. It has 5 in the quarter and 9 in the ball game. 46-21 in the waning moments of the fourth quarter. Bushland will take the district crown undefeated, it appears, in District 1-4A Division II. Perryton operates on their offensive end, tries to work around the baseline. The ball is lost out of the end line. Bushland basketball, 2 minutes and 10 to go. Lovett. Left-hand dribble goes left side. Loftus crosses over the top at the free throw line. Now a drive by Perkins. Layup no good. Hernandez fights for the rebound. Harris and Vela try to save it. Vela saves it from going out of bounds. Good job there defensively by Kinley Vela. Here's Hernandez inside the front court. Push pass over to Farney. Farney baseline right side. Dribbles down the baseline. Gets trapped in the land of no money and a tie ball. And the alternating arrow will go Bushland's way. Lovett will bring it into the front court. Now the point guard. Loftus on the right side wing. Hustles in front of her. She'll get the pass around traffic and inside the paint. Her and Lovett play a little two-man game. Perkins now gets in the mix against the man-to-man defense. Harris comes out to defend. Lovett through traffic. Bounce pass inside the paint. Stolen away. Claudia Johnson gets the basketball. Outlets to Harris, and now in the front court, Harris, no-look pass over to Farney. Baseline right side, back up top, Johnson. Johnson fakes the three, won't take. Vela, the only starter, well, her and Farney, I guess the only starters in the ball game with this deep staff from Coach McKethan. 1:02 to go in the next to last game of the season for the Rangerettes. Johnson and Farney and Harris lose the basketball, now in the backcourt. Bushland retreats, brings it into the front court, numbers, and a shot is good. Three-pointer by Abby Chun from downtown. 49-21. Perryton trailing. Pass from Vela to Harris, stolen away. Lovett, easy. Layup is good. Lovett having a big quarter, 7 here in the fourth. 11 in the ball game, and it's a 30-point margin. Harris, right side wing, 19 to go. Takes it down to the baseline, pulls up the dribble. Has nowhere to pass it to, and Clevenger takes it away. Lovett in the front court, being chased from behind. 10 seconds. Loftus, top of the key, defended by Vela. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the ball game. Bushland 51-21 over the Rangerettes. Boys coming up next here on 98.3. We'll take a break. Join us for the post-game show and the boys' ball game scheduled to start at 7:30. Got about 8.5 minutes before the announcement of the starting lineups. Bushland wins the district with an 8-0 mark and climbs to 21-6 in the overall. Their district season is over. They'll have the night off next Tuesday when Perryton plays at Dalhart.